Hi, this is Jim Hendricks. The following video is of a tour I just completed in the Lake District. This tour included both the Rhinos Pass and the Hardknot Pass, and this is the climb up Rhinos. I was lucky that there was almost no traffic, being a Thursday, and later in September. The descents were almost more attractive than the climbs, because you could see the valley as you dropped down into it. Overall, this tour was based on an article from Adventure Bike Rider magazine. And this is the beginning of the Hardknot Pass, which was even more challenging than the Rhinos Pass because of its steepness and because of the number of switchbacks. Once again, I was very lucky that there was very limited traffic on the day I rode it. I did stop a couple of times for oncoming traffic, and I did wait at the bottom to allow some cyclists to clear the climb before I started up. I am riding a KTM 1090R adventure bike that does a great job in steep climbing with second gear and off-road mode. And here is the summit of Hardknot Pass. Surprisingly, the most challenging switchback I encountered was on the descent from Hardknot Pass. Next, I visited the Wastwater region, which was a beautiful and more isolated location than Lake District. It's one of the places that makes motorcycling worth it because normally I don't enjoy driving cars that much, but I will drive hours and hours to get to a secluded place like this. I've been to the Lake District many times, and usually it's cloudy and rainy. On this trip, I was really lucky to have so much sun and about 22 degrees Celsius in temperature, which made for a really comfortable and enjoyable riding day. After an overnight in Ambleside, I was off the next morning, passing through Grasmere, to do some of the northern part of the park, which I'd never seen before. The road to Calbeck in particular was very pretty because it was wide open and there was a big blue sky, and other than dodging some sheep, it was a really wonderful ride that reminded me a bit of Montana. After that, I visited Ullswater, and again I felt lucky that the weather was so good and the traffic was so limited on a Friday. In Glenridding, I did a detour down a gravel road to a sailing and kayaking center. Ullswater looks like a great place to rent a boat and go out, and I'd like to come back someday to rent a sailboat and go out for a sail. Overall, I rode about 736 miles over 2 days on this trip. I hope to go back next year.